Spooky Tube, Dark Magician 84 here, and welcome back to What If Wednesday. And this time I'm going to talk about what would happen if my favourite number 39 Utopia, was my favourite card instead of Dark Magician. Yeah, it would still end up being a part of Legendary Hero. So I'd have to do more tweaking to make it so that Utopia would be easy to summon, and then it would become more like version 3, the version I ended up going with when Debris Dragon got put to 1 on the September 2011 ban list. But yeah, I would have easily had a level 8 Synchro rank 4 engine in there with Goblin de Berg and Rose Warrior. That's what I would have gone with, and then when Dark Magician, Elemental Heroes and Rainbow News separated, I would have ended up making a deck purely based on Utopia. I mean, Dark Magician, Elemental Heroes and Rainbow News would still be favourites of mine, but my Utopia deck would be my favourite deck to play, seeing as this is this would be the boss monster. I would add other forms to it as time went on, including Utopia Ray, and yeah, it quite simply would have ended up being a rank 4 spam deck. And I would include other rank 4s as well as time went on. And naturally I would still continue to play Utopia even throughout that period where it stopped seeing play, like throughout 2014, 15 and 16. And then of course the only reason it saw more play again was because of Utopia the Lightning. Which of course in this timeline would become my second favourite Xyz monster, whereas in actuality Lightning is my favourite, Utopia second favourite. So yeah, there is a switcheroo there. But yeah, rank 4 spam is what I would have gone with, and I would like to think that it would have been a really amazing deck, probably one of the strongest yet that I'd ever made. And I would have likely won a tournament with it. And obviously as time would go on, play some rank up stuff in there as well. Ray V would be added, and so would Ray Victory. And one of the go-to plays would be rank up magic, Numeron Force, change Utopia into Utopia Ray Victory, or Ray V, depending on the situation. And yeah, that's how I would have played it. I probably would have thrown in some pendulums as well, just to make it even easier to go into rank 4s. Sort of similar to what Weber's 5 did, with his very first pendulum deck. Of course Dark Rebellion, Xyz Dragon would be added, but Utopia would still be the boss monster. I guess I would have thrown in yeah, the Zuba and Gagaga monsters that came out in Legendary Duelist 6, although they didn't seem to be that much in terms of Utopia support in Legendary Duelist 6. Or maybe there was. There'd still be significant support. I'd still end up getting a case, and while it would be a struggle upgrading Dark Magician and Elemental Heroes, thankfully the Utopia stuff was all common and rare, so it would have been so easy to upgrade this deck. And then when Lightning Overdrive came out, yeah, I still would have ended up trying to get a case. I still would have gone halves with Silver Cyclone and picked up the Utopia stuff. And I would have got a box of Brothers of Legend to get the rest of the Utopia stuff, and then I would have been able to properly play a Utopia deck. So instead of rank 4 spam, I would actually be able to make an actual Utopia archetype deck. And yeah, I just play it the way I did in the actual timeline, and of course not include Hope Harbinger. Fuck that guy. And that's how I would have ran it from that point onwards. But whether or not I would have continued playing in tournaments at that point, or well, is another story. Maybe I would have done well, but it's hard to say considering I haven't. Actually, I think in the real timeline I've never played my Utopia deck in a tournament ever. No, so it's hard to say how I would have done. Interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much what would happen if Utopia was my favourite card instead of Dark Magician. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and cut to bingo! Hooray!